Pitt is an American actor known for several acclaimed films including Seven Deadly Sins, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Born in Oklahoma, Pitt moved to Missouri with his family as a child, where he spent his entire youth and early adulthood. Pitt enrolled at the University of Missouri in 1982 as a journalism major, but dropped out to focus on his acting career. The first major production in Brad Pitt's career was the 1991 drama Thelma and Louise, directed by Ridley Scott, in which he had a small role as the dishonest J.D. Quickly recognized for his talent and appearance. He landed leading roles such as Lewis in Interview with the Vampire, 1994, with Tom Hanks, and in the romantic drama Legends of the Fall, 1994, alongside Anthony Hopkins. A year later, he started to invest in bold productions with complex psychology characters, such as Seven Deadly Sins, 1995, and 12 Monkeys, 1995, receiving his first Oscar nomination for the latter. Recognition and awards grew especially after his violent role in Fight Club, 1999, directed by David Fincher. Since then, the actor has alternated between big popular productions, Ocean's 11, Troy, and small alternative productions, such as Babel and The Tree of Life. He also manages various projects as a producer and takes advantage of his fame to invest in humanitarian causes. In 2005, Brad co-starred with Angelina Jolie in the action comedy Mr. and Mrs. Smith about a couple of spies who end up becoming enemies. Pitt and Jolie got involved during the production of the film and had a relationship for 14 years. In 2008, he received his second Oscar nomination, this time as a lead actor, for the film The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where he played a man facing a rare genetic disease. Throughout the 2000s, he participated in numerous successful films such as Inglourious Basterds, Burn After Reading, and The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. During the 2010s, Brad gained more recognition as a producer, receiving Oscar nominations for Moneyball, The Big Short, and 12 Years a Slave, finally winning the statuette for the latter. He also participated in television projects, producing acclaimed series such as The OA and The Underground Railroad. In 2020, Pitt won his first Oscar as an actor for the comedy drama Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino. In addition to the Academy Award, he also won the Golden Globe, SAG, and Critics' Choice Awards for his role. Quentin Tarantino, born in 1963, is an American director known for films like Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, and Inglourious Basterds. Before entering the film industry, he was a video store manager and credits much of his creativity to his access to various films at work, which served as inspiration. He started his career as an extra in various films and attended the Sundance Institute directing course. He also acted in various American TV series and wrote successful screenplays such as True Romance, 1993, and Natural Born Killers, 1994. He made his directorial debut with an independent film, Reservoir Dogs, 1992, co-produced by actor Harvey Keitel, a frequent presence in his films. He then directed his biggest success so far, Pulp Fiction, 1994, which resurrected John Travolta's career, gave a boost to Samuel L. Jackson and Uma Thurman, and earned Tarantino his first Oscar nomination for Best Director and the award for Best Original Screenplay. Tarantino was also the executive producer of the film Killing Zoe, 1994, by debutant Roger Avary, his writing partner on Pulp Fiction. He appeared in several notable films such as The Killer, 1995, and From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996, and directed an episode of the comedy series Grand Hotel, 1995. In 1997, he directed the film Jackie Brown, an adaptation of a famous book by American author Elmore Leonard. Throughout his short career as a filmmaker, Tarantino's films have been marked by speaking about the underworld, always mixing humor and violence. Rumors of his work on the films Dawn of the Dead and King Lear were just a way for Tarantino to falsely increase his resume, but the error was repeated in several cinema specialty books. With his nimble style and violent content, Tarantino has become one of Hollywood's most prominent directors, releasing several successful productions both critically and commercially. He has received 8 Oscar nominations, winning twice as a screenwriter for Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained. As the youngest of 3 older sisters, son of a commercial airline pilot and a circus dancer, Bale began acting due to the influence of one of his sisters. Few people remember that this English actor is the boy Jim, who touched hearts in Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun, 1987. To win the role, he defeated about 4,000 candidates, and his performance earned awards. Although he started early, at 9 years old, he made his first serial commercial. It was only with American Psycho, 2000, that he gained more notoriety in the role of Patrick Bateman, which was initially intended for Leonardo DiCaprio. His dedication to work is recognized, and his commitment to play Trevor in The Machinist, 2004, when he lost about 30 kilograms, was considered too shocking. Famous for his aversion to interviews, Bale is capable of granting them with his good American accent only to avoid confusing the audience if the film in question is of an American character. Interestingly, 2 famous characters in his gallery begin with the first letter of his surname, Bateman and Batman. Along with Michael Keaton, he was the second actor to play the character more than once on the big screen, the first non-American, and the youngest. In 2011, with The Fighter, 2010, he became the second performer of The Dark Knight to win an Oscar. The other was George Clooney, for Syriana, 2005. Reserved about his personal life, Bale has been married since 2000 and has a daughter, Emmeline Bale, born in 2005. He used to be a vegetarian, but has since returned to eating meat. He loves reading, is a fan of the Mario Brothers game, passionate about animals, and a defender of social causes, often involving himself in organizations such as Greenpeace and Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund, among others. Adam Sandler is an American actor, comedian, and voice actor, best known for his slapstick comedy. Sandler started his comedy career at a young age, performing stand-up at the Boston Comedy Club at 17. After graduating from the New York University Tisch School of the Arts, he moved to Los Angeles and continued his comedic career, where he was discovered by comedian Dennis Miller and recommended to the producer of Saturday Night Live. In 1990, Sandler was hired as a writer for the NBC show and became a regular cast member the following year. 4 years later, Adam Sandler left SNL to start his acting career. His first significant role was in the 1995 film Billy Madison as the main character. From then on, Sandler was cast in similar films like Happy Gilmore, 1996, The Wedding Singer, 1998, and Big Daddy, 1999, which established him as a comedic actor. He reached his pinnacle in 2002 when he appeared in Punch Drunk Love, where he played the character Barry Egan. He was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for his performance, which was a great accomplishment for someone who grew up in a poor neighborhood in Brooklyn. After the Golden Globe nomination, Adam Sandler chose to stay in his comfort zone by making comedy and romance films, even though they received little appreciation from critics. In addition to Punch Drunk Love, some of Sandler's other well-known films include 50 First Dates, 2004, Click, 2006, Grown Ups, 2010, and Just Go With It, 2011. He also has a talent for voice acting, having lent his voice to the character of Dracula in the Hotel Transylvania animation franchise, 2012 to 2021. Jackie Chan is a Chinese actor, filmmaker, martial artist and stuntman, known for his acrobatic fighting style, comedic timing, and innovative stunts. He has acted in over 150 films since the 1960s. Born in Hong Kong, he grew up in poverty as the son of refugees from the Chinese Civil War. He was nicknamed Pow Pow, Cannonball, due to his energy. In 1960, he went to the Peking Opera School where he learned martial arts and honed his skills. Eventually, after 10 years of training, he joined the Seven Little Fortunes, a performance group made up of the school's best students. He eventually achieved a black belt in martial arts. Before going to the Peking Opera School, his parents moved to Australia, leaving him in China. After graduation and working in construction, he was nicknamed Little Jack by his boss, who was named Jack. In the late 1990s, he changed his Chinese name to Fang Shilong, as his father's original surname was Fang, and they are descendants of Fang Xianling, a chancellor of the Tang dynasty. He started his career with small, practically irrelevant roles, but gradually gained more exposure in the industry, appearing in several films with Bruce Lee. After standout performances in martial arts choreography in various films, Chan received a telegram from a Hong Kong film producer asking him to star in his first feature film. The film aimed to introduce Jackie Chan as the new Bruce Lee, and he had to change his name to Sing Mung, meaning becoming a dragon, to emphasize the similarity with Lee, whose name means little dragon. His first big film was the 1978 film Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, which established the comic kung fu genre. That same year, he starred in another film that further propelled his career. Willie Chan became Jackie's personal manager and close friend and has remained so for over 30 years. He was instrumental in launching Chan's international career, starting with his first performances in the American film industry in the 1980s. His first Hollywood film was The Big Brawl in 1980. However, after a few small productions that did not work out well for Chan, he decided to return to China and abandon his international career. During this time, until 1987, Chan continued his theater and film career in his home country. Chan finally established a position in the North American market in 1995 with the worldwide release of Rumble in the Bronx, attracting a rare following of fans in the United States for Hong Kong cinema stars. The success of Rumble in the Bronx led to the 1996 release of Police Story 3, Super Cop in the United States under the title Super Cop. Chan's first major box office success came when he co-starred with Chris Tucker in the 1998 action comedy Rush Hour. This film made him a Hollywood star, after which he wrote his autobiography in collaboration with Jeff Young, entitled I Am Jackie Chan. After leaving a film studio in China, Jackie focused solely on international film projects. He has since become one of the most recognizable action stars in the world, known for his comedic and action-packed performances. Jason Statham, a professional diver and martial artist born in Derbyshire, England, has had a diverse career journey before becoming a leading action movie star in films like The Transporter, Crank, and The Expendables. He competed professionally as an Olympic diver and placed 12th in the 1992 World Championships. He then pursued a modeling career, traveling the world for photo shoots and fashion shows. Statham made his film debut in the late 90s after being introduced to filmmaker Guy Ritchie by a French Connection executive. Ritchie challenged Statham to sell a fake diamond to a street vendor as if it were real, leading to a role in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Statham impressed as Bacon and worked with Ritchie again in Snatch. He also starred in The Transporter, which grossed almost $44 million worldwide, and The Italian Job. Statham's subsequent films include Cellular, Revolver, Crank, and Pink Panther, before taking on the lead role in the action film franchise Crank. In 2010, he became a leading action star of a new generation in The Expendables, alongside Sylvester Stallone, Jet Li, and other action legends. He reprised his role in the 2012 sequel. Sylvester Stallone is an American actor, producer, director, and screenwriter who gained success in his career after starring in The Lords of Flatbush in 1974 after years of struggling as an actor. Stallone was born in Hell's Kitchen, New York City, the son of a hairstylist and a dancer who promoted women's boxing. His younger brother, Frank Stallone, is also an actor and musician. During Stallone's complicated birth, the obstetricians were forced to use two forceps to extract him from his mother, causing a facial paralysis on the left side of his face after accidentally cutting a nerve. This resulted in his distinctive speech impediment and a face that appears to be always snarling. Due to his paralysis, Stallone suffered bullying as a child, which he coped with by bodybuilding and acting. Stallone's first film appearance was in 1968's That Nice Boy, also known as The Square Root, where he had a brief screen time. A year later, he had his first lead role in the softcore pornographic film The Party at Kitty and Studs. Stallone also acted in the off-Broadway play Score, which was adapted into a film in 1974. Struggling with acting and almost giving up on his acting career, Stallone took odd jobs such as being an extra, trying out for The Godfather, 1972, but not getting the role, and finally appearing in the film Funny Lady, where his performance was barely noticeable. Stallone was performing in a play that a friend invited him to, and a talent agent saw that he fit the lead role in The Lords of Flatbush well. However, his first lead role was in No Place to Hide, which was later edited and named Rebel, and years later underwent more interventions, and was renamed A Man Called Rainbow. During this time, Stallone acted in other films that did not do well. Then, in 1976, Stallone gained worldwide recognition when he starred in the fighting film Rocky. The film was so successful both commercially and critically that Stallone received 2 Oscar nominations, one for Best Actor and one for Best Original Screenplay, as he wrote the entire screenplay. The film ended up winning Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Editing Oscars. Stallone made his directorial debut in 1978 with the film Paradise Alley, where he also acted as one of the 3 main brothers in the story. In the same year, he starred in the film FISD. A year later, Stallone wrote and directed the sequel to Rocky, which was still a big hit with audiences. In 1979, Stallone co-starred with Michael Caine and Brazilian footballer Pelé in the film Victory. That same year, he starred in the thriller Nighthawks. 2 years later, Stallone embarked on another hit, playing the Vietnam War veteran Rambo in First Blood. The film was a success, and Stallone was praised by critics for showing the human side of the character, unlike the original book that inspired the film. Later that same year, Stallone starred in, directed, and wrote the 3rd Rocky film. In 1983, Stallone directed the sequel to First Blood and continued to act in, direct, and write for the Rocky and Rambo franchises. Throughout his career, Stallone has received numerous awards and recognition for his work, cementing his place as one of the most iconic and successful actors in Hollywood. Pedro Pascal was born in Santiago, Chile. An actor in various major productions, he became famous for his roles in The Mandalorian, Wonder Woman 1984, Game of Thrones, and Narcos. After his birth, his parents obtained political asylum in Denmark, fleeing the military dictatorship of Pinochet in Chile. Later, upon arriving in the United States, the actor grew up in Orange County, California, and San Antonio, Texas. He studied theater arts at the Orange County School of the Arts and the Tisch School of the Arts. His career consists of roles in various TV shows, with his debut in the first season of Undressed in 1999, and also appearing in an episode of Touched by an Angel. In 2006, the actor made a guest appearance on Law & Order: Criminal Intent, playing a kidnapper. The following year, he played a prosecutor in The Good Wife. Also included in his list of shows are Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Homeland, The Mentalist, and Secrets and Lies. In 2014, and one of his biggest roles, he played the libertine Oberyn Martell in the hit HBO series Game of Thrones. From then on, the actor's career took off, playing DEA agent Javier Pena in the Netflix series Narcos the following year. Along with Matt Damon and Willem Dafoe, he starred in the film The Great Wall in 2016. The following year, he co-starred with Taron Egerton, Colin Firth, Mark Strong, and Julianne Moore in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. The actor was cast as the villain Maxwell Lord, a rival businessman to Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, in Wonder Woman 1984. The production will premiere in cinemas in December 2020. In addition to being an actor, Pascal also has extensive experience as a director, receiving the Los Angeles Drama Critics Circle Award and the Garland Award for his work directing the play Orphans. Harry Melling is a British actor best known for playing Dudley Dursley in the Harry Potter film series, 2001 to 2011. Born in London, he began his acting career at the age of 10 in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, 2001, as Dudley Dursley, the main character's obnoxious cousin. He reprised the role of Dudley in the other films of the franchise, with the exception of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, 2005, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, 2009, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, 2011. He also returned to the Wizarding World in the special Harry Potter, 20 Years of Magic, Back at Hogwarts, 2022, to relive the most memorable moments of the saga with cast and crew. After the success guaranteed by his performance in Harry Potter, he made a special appearance in the series Merlin, 2008. He studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, LAMDA, until he left the institution to dedicate himself to working in the English theatre scene. He returned to the screen in the film Z A Cidade Perdida, which takes place in the Amazon in the 20th century, and since then has accumulated several outstanding titles on TV and in cinema, such as the western The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, 2018, by the Coen brothers. He also participated in 3 Netflix productions released in the same year: The Old Guard, 2020, The Devil All the Time, 2020, and played chess player Harry Beltic in the acclaimed miniseries The Queen's Gambit, 2020. Harry Melling also starred in the 2023 film The Pale Blue Eye, 2022, on the same streaming platform opposite Christian Bale. Jenna Ortega is an American actress, best known for roles she has played on the Disney Channel, as well as movies like Studio 666 and Life After and the Netflix series You. Due to her career from a young age, Ortega was unable to fully enjoy her childhood and adolescence. Ortega knew what she wanted to do since she was 6 years old, but it wasn't until she was 8 years old that she was able to audition, thanks to her parents and agents. It was then in 2012 that she made her first appearance, a small role in the sitcom series Rob, followed by another appearance in an episode of CSI New York. In 2013, she finally made her first movie, and with great style, in Iron Man 3 and then in The Conjuring 2. In 2014, Ortega was able to spend more time on some series, such as Rake. The same year, she was also cast as the young version of Jane, a character played by Gina Rodriguez, in Jane the Virgin, appearing until the end of the series as the character. But before the series You, Ortega was already part of the cast of the streaming series, called Richie Rich. Between 2016 and 2018, the actress went to the Disney Channel, on Stuck in the Middle, as one of the 7 Diaz siblings. With the success of the series, the actress was invited to lend her voice to Princess Isabel, from Elena of Avalor. In 2019, she joined the cast of the 2nd season of You, where she plays the sister of one of Joe's neighbors and is forced to leave the city by his orders. After the end of the season, the actress went to another Netflix production, this time the horror film The Babysitter, Queen of Death. In March 2021, the movie Life After was released and Ortega's performance was very well received by critics. In the film, the actress plays a student who witnessed a school shooting and has difficulties returning to reality after the event. In 2020, the actress was cast as Tara Carpenter in Panic, 2022, the sequel to the 1996 movie with Courtney Cox. Going back to the world of terror, Ortega participated in the movies X and Studio 666. Still to be released in 2022, Ortega takes on the lead role in a series directed by Tim Burton that follows Wednesday Addams. Along with the production, Christina Ricci will also return to the world of the Addams family, but not as the oldest sister of the family. Who is your favorite actor? Write in the comments. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel.